Well, hello and welcome back to Greg's Game Room. Now today I would like to talk about / review / play one of my all-time favorite NES games, and it is Super Dodgeball. It's upside down, isn't it? Developed by Technos Japan and published by CSG ImageSoft in 1989, Super Dodgeball is originally an arcade game, and this is the second in the Kunio-kun series of games, with the first being Renegade and the most popular one being River City Ransom. Now, as you can see, there is a couple of modes here that you can play as. You can play the typical World Cup where you are a team battling different teams in the whole world to get the championship. Yes, that's it. That's what you want to do in the World Cup mode. There's also the Versus mode where you can play as a friend, and I would probably be doing that here, demonstrating it for you if I had any friends to play with. Lastly is another pretty cool mode called Beanball, where basically what you do is it's just you and your team trying to knock each other out on a school playground. Yes, that's what this is, a playground. And believe it or not, I have never lost a game of Beanball until this very day when I lost just now, just a little while ago. Oh, I've never lost that before. My entire life, I've never lost a beanball match. You're a cheater! So as for the story of this game, basically, you are the United States dodgeball team, and you are going through different matches against different countries, such as England and India, Iceland, China, Kenya, Japan, the USSR, and the Shadow Team. Who's the Shadow Team, you might ask? Well, you won't know until you get to the end. And as for the control, it is fantastic. All you do is you press the B button to catch the ball or throw the ball. You press the A button to duck, and you can also press both buttons together in order to do a jump. And lastly, you can double tap on the joypad in order to run. And then you can jump up in the air and throw the ball in a break formation to get a super powerful hit on your opponents. As for the gameplay, it's fantastic. It is fun to knock out these guys and watch them roll around and get smacked around the screen. And you'll quickly learn that the different characters all have different abilities. Now, my favorite character is Sam because he has what's known as a break that is very super powerful and can knock out multiple people at a time. I also like Steve's super ball that he throws that knocks the players up into the air, but Bill has a really amazing break where if you throw it on the ground, it acts as a homing missile kind of ball, knocking out whatever player it wants to go for. Or if you throw it while in the air, it drops down out of the sky like a bomb and just knocks the guy out. That was pretty good when it works. Another aspect of the game, when you are playing different teams throughout the world, there are different play surfaces for you to play upon. Obviously, you're going to be playing in that particular country. For example, Iceland has a very slippery playfield, and it makes it really easy when you're playing as Sam to knock out these guys, and if they happen to catch the ball, which sometimes they do, they will be pushed off to the edge of the playfield, at which point your player can grab the ball away from them. So Iceland I find to be one of the more fun and easier teams to play against. No offense, Iceland. I'm sure your dodgeball team in real life is better than these guys. Probably my least favorite to play would be Kenya, because it's very hard to get a running start in order to jump in the air and do your break. Plus, on top of that, the players in Kenya are very, very good, and they grab the ball, and it's very difficult to beat those guys. As for the graphics, they're just incredible. I mean, look at some of these backgrounds that they have here. I mean, I think that's Pengo flying away here in the Iceland stage. And again, in Kenya, you've also got what looks to be a Venus flytrap over there in the corner. And Japan has a really beautiful background shot of Mount Fuji, which of course I think of because of the Atari symbol. I always got to find a way to bring Atari into this, don't I? So yeah, the graphics are beautiful and detailed, and they're just great. They're fantastic. They fit each stage absolutely perfectly. And as for the animation of the characters, that's also pretty darn good. I especially like it when you knock out one of your opponents, and they have that little dizzy animation like they've just been knocked out. It's great. It's hilarious. I love it. The sound and music is really, really good. Each stage has its own specific background music that really fits the theme of the team that you're playing against. Yeah. They do get kind of catchy, so try not to listen to the music too much. Play extra music. Also, I really enjoy the break sound effect. It's like a Pavlov's dog kind of thing. You hear that, and you just feel really good that you're able to pull that off. And the sound effect is a big part of the enjoyment of hitting someone with a breaking ball. Whoa! All three at once. Now, as for my personal memories of this game, I remember a friend of mine rented it at the video game store. Well, it was a video store, I believe, back then. And, I didn't really think too much of it at the time, until we got it home and played it. And it was amazing, especially when you're playing two-player against each other. It's so much fun. Again, back when I had friends to play with this game. But a few years later, that video game store closed, and I went in there. On the shelf, there was a copy of Super Dodgeball. I'm thinking it's the same exact copy. Back, if you look on the back of it, you can see there was a sticker on here that said Void. And yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the same one. And as for a few tips and tricks, one of the first things you should learn how to do is throw the ball with a break. And generally what I do is I get a running start, and then I throw the ball right before I get to that middle line. Also, you can jump in the air and throw the ball and get a different style of break. It takes Uncle Sam to take care of these guys. One guy, just one. And as another tip, don't let the opposition throw their ball to their co-players there on the outside part of your play area there, because they'll just be throwing the ball back and forth for 5 minutes, and it's really annoying. So what you want to do is just jump up in the air and grab the ball away from them, and then you're free to, attack them back again. It's great. Another tip is if they're going to throw the ball directly at you, get the timing down just right so that you can grab the ball rather than be knocked out silly. And you would grab the ball by pressing the B button. Death from above! And as for my last tip, I would recommend that you always play with Sam on your team so that you can throw that super powerful break, because he can hit multiple players at once, and it makes the game a lot easier when you can knock out so many players at the same time. Yes! Yes! What? Oh my gosh! There's a whole nother thing going on? What? What happened? Oh my gosh! I'm playing a mirror universe? What? Okay. Yes! I'm the champion! So there you have it, Super Dodgeball for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Again, it's one of my favorite games on the system. One of my favorite games of all time. I probably have different versions of this on the Wii and emulators and on the Raspberry Pi. I have this game everywhere. I just love it so much. It's such a great game. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.